Hello, everybody. I'm Jay, and I I've seen a lot of people doing D&D stories on YouTube, and I know it sounded fun. So a bit of background on myself. I've been playing D&D for around, I'd say, a year or so, mostly DMing, and I love D&D so much. I love storytelling, love role playing. It's great, but of course, there's sometimes you encounter some games, some DMs that are not particularly great. Everyone knows that there's some bad DMs out there and some bad players. Right now, we're going to talk about. I wanted to talk about a story involving a pretty not great DM, and this pretty much This was happening during the pandemic. I think a bit earlier on, I believe in during the summer, I believe. So yeah, or it might have been during school, but whatever. So I used to be on this D&D server, not anymore. It's not. I left for some reasons. It's a little D&D server where you would just go, where people would just post applications and you can play. Just a big server where people play games. Problem was, not a lot of DMs were great. I only played with like one, but well, we're here talking about him right now, so I'm sure you guys can guess he wasn't really great. So he put his application out, and right off the bat, his application was very vague. His application, pretty much just post was just him just saying he had a game and not much else. And this is the point in my life or the point of me playing D&D where I really wanted to get into a lot of games and shit. So I joined, and it's not great. A word of advice: it's probably a bad idea to join a game if you don't really know. If the DM doesn't really give much information on it, it's probably not a great idea. But I joined anyway. I didn't know better, and the party was not. The party was they were all right. The thing was one of the players I had talked to, and I knew one of the players, and their name was and they're a good friend of mine. They're a very good friend of mine. And they are actually in my one of my campaigns right now. So right now, so I'm talking. They're in. They made a warlock, a kraken warlock, which is awesome. It's cool. And we have a session 0, and right off the bat, I noticed that one of the players did not attend the session 0, which is not a great sign, to be honest. But that's fine. I also noticed that one of the players doesn't have a microphone. And a lot of people, I'm not sure how a lot of people feel about this, but personally, I'm not a big fan of having players in the campaigns without microphones, and them just kind of doing it through text. I kind of find it a bit awkward. I'm not a big fan of text-based campaigns, but some people enjoy it. I'm just not a big fan of it, to be in all honesty. So we have a session 0. The party was my character was Kuro Asher, a tiefling Eldritch Knight, and I love tieflings. I found some cool art, and I wanted to play him. Sound like a cool time. The party was Kuro Asher, my tiefling Eldritch Knight, a merfolk bard named Astra, who we'll talk about later. My friend playing a warlock, I believe Sea Elf or Genasi, I believe, something like that. A tiefling wizard evocation, a goblin cleric who did not show up, a half elf rogue, and what was his name? I believe. And yeah, we had session 0, and It was pretty standard, pretty average. Right off the bat, I kind of got the vibe that not a lot of people were very, well, enamored by this DM. They didn't seem very. It's not a great start, to be honest. And a part of it was I didn't like the vibe very much, but I continued anyway. So pretty much we had 0, and we kind of established that we kind of just said, all right, we're gonna have a game tonight. And I thought that was fine. That's fine. That's all right. Because I just really wanted to play D&D at that point. I'm talking with some people, and the merfolk Astra, they're talking to me. We're having a great time. We're having some talks. They're really cool. And I'm like, oh, this person's really cool, and I enjoy this person. And pretty much the session began. And at this point, keep in mind that we know nothing, next to nothing about this world. Just nothing. So we really don't know anything. We kind of are on the ship. The DM never told us it was going to be a seafaring campaign or anything like that. And we're just on this fucking ship. So I want to try and start some roleplay. I want to try and get the game rolling. So I start talking to a lot of the players. And we get a little bit of roleplay, though I can tell that it's a bit stilted. Doesn't feel very natural. But I can't blame that on the players. Sometimes people are just a bit inexperienced or just a bit awkward. So I try to judge, or I don't know. I think I sound a bit condescending. I try not to. It wasn't great roleplay. It wasn't amazing, but it's fine. It's fine. Maybe it'll get better. And we kind of talk for a bit. It's okay. I can tell, but it's kind of awkward. People are not like the vibe much. And then first big red flag showed up. Now there were some red flags. No lore, the general vibe I just got. But this is kind of just a bit embarrassing on the DM's part. Usually in a online D&D game, we'll usually talk in a Discord call, which is what we did. Usually you'll have a bot to play music. He didn't have a bot, so instead he looked at a video on his he got a video on his TV and tried to play the music through the microphone, and it was really bad. And that was a big red flag for me. It's very big, and that's a pretty bad red flag. And he kind of just says, okay, just go to this point. A second big flag, just almost immediately after, and a thing that I would like you to take a note of is that the music he wanted to play is Pirates of the Caribbean music, which, alright, seafaring campaign, makes sense. But I think the similarities began to pop up a bit more. So a pirate ship comes over and starts attacking the ship we're on. Okay, good plot hook. All right, plot hook, makes sense. But this ship is a bit familiar. It's a bit interesting actually. It's called the Black Pearl, and a bunch of undead pirates show up. And the DM posts a picture of the captain. And it's Captain Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm sure, insightful viewer, I'm sure that you can tell what happened, what he's doing. This guy's ripping off shit, and a lot of people do this. I take inspiration from a lot of things I like. A lot of my characters are inspired by things I like. That's normal. It's a normal thing. But don't directly just steal from something, and not even bother to change names or anything. And I called him out on this. I was like, "Oh, it's Captain Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean," and he was like, "Oh, damn it! No, I've been found out." Like he thought he would get away with that. Because he made it so obvious. It's so embarrassingly obvious. And at this point, I'm getting pretty just done with this. And I'm not really having much of a good time, to be honest. And so pretty much what ends up happening, we get into combat, and the thing I noticed really quickly is we're using theater of the mind. Now, theater of the mind is not great. Some people use it, but it's not great. I used it for a while, and every time we get into combat, people be very confused. So it's something I don't recommend at all. It's not very good. And we get into it. I noticed this guy says the DM said that he had like 2 years of experience. Well, actually, no. It's not that. Not just that. He told different people, hey, I have experience. I have 2 years of DMing experience, or like 5 years, something like that. He would say to other people that no, he's actually a new DM. Oh, really? Oh, great. Which is, oh boy, ain't that something? So he's a liar, or just no, he's a liar. He's a liar. And the first thing that points me off that he's a liar is that our wizard, she cast Magic Missile, and Magic Missile is a very basic spell. People know a lot of people know what it does. It's Magic Missile, yeah, of course, Magic Missile. You throw it out, and does damage. Of course, no need to roll anything, just roll damage. He didn't know what Magic Missile did, and if you're a DM, you should know what basic spells do. And if you don't, please just ask politely, and I'm sure the player will just tell you what it does. I do that all the time. And if you don't know what Magic Missile does, it's a big red flag, my guy. It's a big red flag. He also didn't know how sneak attack work. At this point, I'm getting done with this. At the same time, my other friend, who's in the game, but they're texting me, and they're like, "Hey, this kind of sucks." Or I might have texted them first, but I don't remember really because I kind of forgot some stuff. So they're texting me. I'm like, "Hey, this kind of sucks. I think I might bail." And my friend's kind of scared to bail because they're respectful. They don't want to be rude, of course. So what ended up happening is that we went on further, and Mr. Captain Barbosa, we start fighting him, and the DM's doing literally just doing an impression of the actor, just not even trying to hide it anymore. He's obviously just put Captain Barbosa in his game. Very obvious, very, very just on the nose. He's just doing it at this point. We start fighting him, and we notice that he's pretty strong, but we managed to down him. And the thing, I have a big pet peeve. I don't like it when DMs are like, yes, this monster is super powerful. You guys are not going to be able to beat it. It's a big pet peeve of mine. It annoys me. It just kind of annoys me. So he keeps talking this guy out. We beat him. And my friend, the Warlock, they want to pretty much just grab him, and they want to use their ability to kill him. I think this is one of the most dick moves. Pretty much, my friend is using their Warlock ability, a tentacle attack, I think Grasp of the Deep it's called, which does cold damage. And they do it. The DM's like, oh, well, he's immune to cold damage, and that was just, oh god, it was just so way to just take away the player's thunder. And at that point, I was just done. I was done, and pretty much I just stood up and just said, hey, this campaign's not for me. I'm not having fun. I'm gonna leave. And the DM got kind of sad. I didn't feel bad mostly, and I just said, well, I'm leaving, and I left. And my friend also left, and another person at the table, Astra, also left. Now, there is a silver lining to this story. While we were talking, my friend was like, hey, this person, this Astra person, they're cool. I like this person. They have a cool character. Hey, we should invite them to our campaign. They're cool. Let's invite them. And I agree. Like, yes, that's a good idea. We should invite them. And so So we asked Astra, hey, do you want to come with us and play in our game? And they said yes, and which is awesome. And thankfully, we managed to save him that awful game. And now Astra plays with us, and Astra's has been a great player. His character's great. He's been role playing a lot. He's been having fun. It's awesome. It's the best. It's really fun. And I've talked with my friends about this, and they agree that it was awful. After a while, I just left that server. Didn't need it anymore. It was just it's wild. I didn't like it. But yeah, that's about all. And yeah, we had a small story I want to tell. Just thought it could be fun to tell the story. And I have a few more stories to tell. If you guys would like to hear them, like and subscribe, and comment below and tell me if you want more, because I'd love to make more. It'd be very fun. Maybe some more cheerful stories, maybe some more bad stories. I'm here to tell. I'm here to tell. So yeah, I'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Don't do drugs and eat your vegetables, kids. So see ya.